up, my people? Welcome to a new episode of the Pulling These Podcast, where we take a trip to Smack City and talk about some pop culture right afterwards. I'm your host, Big L. With me, as always,
It's for Diablo.
And it's me, it's DJ Ernie B.
oh snap, DJ Ernie B killing it on the 1 and 2s.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, guys, we got a good one today, guys. Because these two finally saw Peacemaker. Now we can get to talk about it.
Yep.
Oof.
Do you really want to
Yeah.
taste that?
And winner for best intro ever. I mean, best intro, like, even including anime intros, which are, like, top tier intros.
Yo, James Gunn always takes it to the next level with shit.
Yeah, man.
Yo, he pretty much said that he made that intro so people won't skip, and like so you see like all the people that worked on the show.
It worked.
In credits. So it worked, yeah. Because I never skipped the intro while watching Peacemaker. Never.
There are literally points where I would watch the intro and I would like try to do the dance and shit.
Yeah, there's probably countless videos on YouTube for like how to learn to dance and shit.
Yeah.
I've seen so many people like on TikTok doing that shit. It's like, yo, that shit is catchy too. Like fucking dancing, and it's like, oh man.
It's been in my head for like 3 weeks already.
Me too.
That is a catchy song. I actually downloaded it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's great.
That James Gunn, he knows his music, man. He knows some catchy ass
Yeah,
shit.
that's an awesome song. That song slaps.
Yeah, it does. It does. The show slaps too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to like it because I'm like I knew it was gonna be like a fun show because I loved the Suicide Squad that James Gunn directed. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give this a chance, even though I hated the Peacemaker character in the movie because he was an asshole and he killed fucking Rick Flag.
Yeah.
Spoilers for those who didn't see the Suicide Squad.
Peacemaker, what a joke.
Yeah, that was such a great line.
Yeah.
So this show was like his redemption story and shit, and I'm like, damn, he actually made me like this guy, this character.
Yeah.
And John Cena's like one funny ass actor, man. Like he's really good with the comedic acting.
He has charisma oozing out of him.
Yeah. I think if I would have stuck with wrestling, I would have been a John Cena fan while he was
out. Yeah, I was a John Cena fan.
Yeah. I feel like for wrestling, I would be a John Cena fan too.
Like there was a time where I was tired of him, but like, I was always a fan of his. Yeah, it's like, come on, man, like, but it was still like, John Cena.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was always hilarious. Like, we, wrestling fans know. I think they know.
Yeah.
Like, he's you know what I mean? Like when he used to rap and shit like that. Like he has comedic delivery,
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about him is that he won't speak out against China, but that's for another podcast.
Yeah. Oh, we don't want to serious too soon, Freddie. It's too heavy it's too early for the heavy shit.
Free Hong Kong! I said it. We're gonna get demonetized. I'm sorry, guys.
All the Chinese backers that we had are just pulling out.
Yeah, I think we made new enemies.
Yeah. Oh, man. Let's not. Yeah, I can see where you take it.
Oh boy, we're gonna start World War IV.
Oh man, there's a full of these. Yo, but did you know that John Cena he auditions for the Shazam role? And I'm
really?
Damn, he would have been a great Shazam.
He would have been a good Shazam.
Yeah.
They wouldn't need that inflatable muscle suit.
Yeah, exactly. But I know why though. It's because he looked too old.
Well,
he's too old by that time.
Shazam is supposed to be the older version of the kid, right? Like
yeah, but he was told to play young Billy Batson.
Yeah. You mean like I think yeah. I just think I still don't think this guy, what's his name, Zachary Levi. I don't think Zachary Levi was he was a perfect fit, but he does it fine because I like Shazam. I like the movie.
Yeah, I like the movie too. Like the only thing I didn't like was the fucking suits because
exactly.
the padding was
trailers were cool.
ridiculous, especially like when the rest of the family had like the suits. And I'm like, yo, you could tell that shit's so fake.
Mm-hmm.
It was
And
bad.
it's like,
But the movie was great though. I enjoyed the movie.
I still gotta watch it.
Yeah, it's funny.
Good.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah,
it's one of the good ones.
Yeah, there's one scene that I don't want to ruin. I won't say too much about it, so you guys experience. But I'm like, damn, it's pretty dark for a Shazam movie. I'm like, it's pretty graphic.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. When that happened, like I was like, wait, what the?
Where did that come from?
Where does this come from? Like you kind of feel like it's a like happy movie, like it's gonna be kind of like like big.
Like Shazam never appealed to me ever, but like magic characters never appealed to me. Like they had to be super cool for me to like pay attention. Like Doctor Strange, I think he's super fucking cool.
Yeah, I don't understand how Shazam is magic. Like you know what I mean? Like I get that the only thing that I get from that is that it's a wizard that gives him that power.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But like he never uses magic. He never uses magic. He just says
the
Shazam.
magic makes him strong and makes him fly.
That's like him casting a spell every time. He
has like the strength of Hercules, the speed of Athena, or some shit like that.
Yeah, I know that. It's just like I that was like a brain fart. Like I didn't know how that was magic, but like it's the cast itself. That's what it's like. Oh, dumbass. Yeah,
it's okay, Ernie. We let people know we're in Smack City right
now. Yeah,
we're not at 100%.
Yeah, you start seeing my eyes get smaller and smaller throughout the episode.
Eventually turn to lines.
I look like Brock from Pokemon.
Yeah, the pervert of Pokemon.
Yeah, that would be a great cosplay for you right now.
That's true. That'd be a good one.
Yeah,
nice. I can do that.
Yeah, you definitely gonna get like mad people asking you to take pictures and shit.
Yeah. Next time we go to Comic-Con, you'll be Brock, I'll be Ash, Elmer could dress as Misty. It'll be fun.
Just go all out, man.
Yeah. Elmer could wear a crop top with the overall short shorts.
The suspenders.
Yeah, it's like short shorts with suspenders or some shit.
Yeah, and like a tank top.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was your favorite part of the Peacemaker show?
My favorite part was because this is what made me like start loving it because it was just so random and hilarious. Was when they took out Vigilante's mask and he starts doing like all the weird.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
I'm pretty sure like everybody knows Vigilante's like the MVP of that show, bro. Like, I would like to see a Vigilante show.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know. I think that was just like that's what made me think like, yo, this show is hilarious and like random as fuck. So like it caught my attention like more. Like that's what grabbed me. I think.
Yo, thinking of that scene, I don't know if you remember in high school, like we skipped a class. I skipped my math class at the time, and we were like in front of the school hanging out, and my math teacher passes by us the same day I skipped her class, and so she doesn't recognize me. I do this.
For those listening.
Oh right, yeah. For those listening, I'm doing I'm stretching my face in a way that makes it hard to recognize me. I should have used Vigilante's method though.
She would have told you we're having a fat.
You stand up.
Yeah.
This guy's having a seizure.
Like, why is that guy making faces at me?
Yo, it's funny to me, like, this version of Vigilante, then you remember the version they had on the Arrow. And you're like, yo,
he was an Arrow?
Yeah. They played it, like, straightforward, like, pretty much, like, oh, he's a Punisher type of character.
What season was that?
That was the one with, because Arrow had, the villain was Adrian Chase, but he was a vigilante. He was the Prometheus.
Oh, okay. I remember
The
that.
mask archer or whatever that nobody could figure out was
Yeah.
So it was like, because in comics, Adrian Chase is vigilante, but for some reason, I guess Aaron wanted to throw people off and be, oh, look, he's really the bad guy of the season.
Yeah. Is Prometheus like a B tier villain in DC or something?
In DC, isn't he kind of like Punisher though? In DC?
No, DC. Who? Vigilante?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's pretty much just like a Punisher for DC. Gotcha. Yeah, other things like, he's a lawyer by day, but he just kills everybody. I guess gets off.
Yeah, I just thought his powers was like having a cool costume.
Yeah, and like James Gunn completely just made him like the DC version of Deadpool, pretty much.
Yeah,
like the jokes and stuff like that. That prison scene of him just kicking everybody's ass was fucking great.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh yeah, the scene where he sniped that whole family.
Oh yeah,
that was fucking. That's my favorite scene. That's so hilarious.
Yeah,
like Peacemaker couldn't do it. He's like, oh, I'll do it. It's fine. It's cool.
Yeah. He's such a great friend.
Yeah, he's so nice.
So nice. Like that. But like you think about it, like it's messed up. He's just killing the kids like that. But at that point, they're not the kids anymore. They're fucking aliens.
Yeah.
So.
When I was watching him, while Peacemaker was like, "No, I can't do it," in my head, I was like, "Yo, they're aliens. They're gone already." So it's fine.
They're right dead. So it's just
going back.
But then I also thought, like, am I at fault for thinking that? Am I so desensitized to killing and fighting and all that shit that?
No, I think. Well, I think if we're going there, but like we're not. But I'm gonna do it anyways. I think that we think, we know it's a show, so like you automatically think like, oh, this is not real. This is whatever. You know what I mean? Like I get it, but like I get the feeling of like, hey, they're killing kids, but it's also a made up show. It's not they're not really killing kids.
Yeah,
I definitely don't think that.
It's like, oh, they're killing kids, but they're like
they're aliens. Yeah,
yeah, like the kids are dead already.
And they don't show it. They're just like
Yeah, like we don't know that like at that point because I think when Murr explains like, oh, why he took over the body of this guy, he's like, oh, this guy was like a piece of shit anyway, but
yeah,
he wasn't really doing anything with this life he had, so I just took over.
Yeah, as soon as I found out they can't come back from that, I was like, oh, okay, no problem.
It's easier way.
No problem. I'll gladly kill them. I wouldn't have any guilt.
Once I saw those long ass tongues come out and I'm sucking on that syrup.
Oh yeah, that would have been it for me.
They're definitely not human, so they could be like 1,000 years old. I don't know, like in a kid's body.
It could be people I know, and I'll still kill them.
Yeah, they gone. They far gone already. So what? They gotta go.
I'll feel a little bad afterwards.
Of course, because somebody you know.
Yeah, but at the moment, I'd be like, "It's for the mission."
No hesitation.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Yeah, the show was so good that I didn't mind like the generic alien invasion story.
I loved it. Like for a character like Peacemaker, you wouldn't expect that to be the main antagonist, like aliens taking over people's bodies.
Yeah. I was like, that's why the show's just. That's why James Gunn is such a great director and writer because he just goes for the weird shit, and I think that has like a lot to do like with his like he used to work for that film company Trauma that did the Toxic Avenger and like like those weird like graphic gory movies that I remember my mom caught us me and Maxine watching fucking the Toxic Avenger 2 and it was like this dude just splitting dudes in half and like you see like the intestines and like and she was like, what the hell is this? I turned it off. So so that's like James Gunn's pedigree, like where he comes from, and it's like he's just doing it with the Main Street characters. Like he made Gardens like such a hit. Now he's doing that with like a random ass character like Peacemaker.
Yo, and Judo Master.
Yo,
dude,
that's what I'm saying. I hate like all these fake fans that come out of the woodwork, like, oh, they wasted Vigilante and Judo Master. They made them into jokes and shit like that. And I was like, you
I've
could have told
never
me
heard
you
of
were,
Judo Master before this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you look him up in the comic book version, his costume was fucking horrible, bro.
Yeah, I
Like,
saw like the comic version. He looks fucking lame.
yeah. So I thought it was any fucking judo master. It was like, yeah, he's a master of kung fu, and the dude kicked ass on Peacemaker. So
Yeah.
he was a dope character. So I probably enjoyed him more in Peacemaker than in the fucking comics.
Yeah, of course.
I bet you he's more enjoyable in Peacemaker than in the fucking comics.
Yeah, because in the comics, like 1% of the population has heard of him, and like know of his story.
Yeah, like with Vigilante too, because people are like, oh, they just made him to the Deadpool. Yeah, they just made him to a Deadpool clone or whatever. And I was like I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, oh, this is like DC's Deadpool now. But I'm like, they do it in such a good way that you don't really, it's like, all right, like he makes jokes and he just murders people with ease, but he doesn't have like they're different characters. You don't get like just a generic clone of Deadpool with him.
Okay.
And technically, Aquaman is DC's Namor because he came afterwards. So
yeah,
it just becomes that, and it's like,
there's examples of all that.
Yeah, exactly. Becomes like Iron Man is Batman, and
there's so many examples that at this point it's just like whatever. Do your version of that character.
Yeah, exactly. Because I feel like every hero is some sort of version of Superman, Batman, or Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
that's basically like standard.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just pretty much standard.
And now you could throw in the X-Men kind because you're like, oh, they were born with powers. Then you don't even have to explain how they got their powers, like with those type of people.
Yeah, and in DC, like their version of mutants are what's it called? Meta humans or whatever.
Yeah.
Metas.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure for a writer that's great because you don't have to fucking find a reason why this guy could fucking fly or whatever.
Yeah.
He was just born with it.
That's how they explain powers in DC. You're just a meta.
There you go. Yeah. Like you're just a mutant.
I ain't no meta though. I'm an alpha.
Great alpha male.
I'm an alpha male, bro. That's how I'm growing my beard. I want it to grow this long.
Read the album with Joe Rogan playing in the background.
I'm being a Joe Rogan podcast. I'm gonna show up in a camouflage grass gear and just like talk mad shit about coronavirus.
You just gotta have a good immune system. That's it.
Yeah. And Sasquatch is real.
And the birds aren't real.
Yeah, Sasquatch is real, and every bird in the world is just a robot that records you.
I can't believe that's a real conspiracy theory. That's so
you know how it started?
It was a joke.
Yeah, like a guy did it as like a prank.
Yeah, and like it was like, to the next level. Yeah. I'm like, it had to be something like that because like there's no way, bro. There's no way.
The guy said that he did an interview where he was talking and he planned it out that he was gonna vomit at the end of the interview. So he like ate like a bunch of like I forgot what it was that he said that he ate.
Blood packets.
But no, it was like a bunch of like pasta or some shit like that, whatever. Like he just or like oysters or some shit like that. I forgot what it was that he like said it was something gross. So that like when he got all sick, by the time he did the interview, he'd get sick and he would just throw up. And it's like, because he was so passionate about what he was saying about the birds not being real.
Yo, he's so passionate that he threw up. Look at him. It has to be true.
Yeah,
it has to be real.
He's throwing up. He's throwing up as he explains it.
Did he throw up?
I don't think he did, but I think that was his plan or something. I don't know. He was saying I was hearing him on Howard Stern. Okay. Shout out to Howard Stern. So it's like, and shout out to Sirius XM.
Shout out to diarrhea.
Yeah, and he was saying that he planned it out. I don't know if he did it or didn't do it or whatever, but I know that's what he was talking about. He like wanted to do that or did it or something like that. But like I think he did it or like planned on doing it. So either he did it or he didn't do it. I don't know, but like that's what I heard. But that was his plan of doing that. But that's what I'm saying. Like he wanted to, but it was all a joke. He wanted to just make fun of like how people freaking take things serious, and people started believing that shit.
Yeah, and he just proved how easy just to come up with some wild shit, and people are like, oh yeah.
I mean, maybe it's true. Like, I would only throw up if I really believe in something. Like, I would only purposely throw up if I believe in something. I hate throwing up.
Yeah. I remember like back in the days when Freddie would get drunk and he would throw up. He used to like be angry.
Yeah, I'll grab Ernie by the collar and I'll look at him and be like, I don't want to throw up. Then I'll throw up. Whoa.
No, but like you'll like throw up and you'll be like, ugh. Yo, I hate throwing up, yo.
I
feel
super better and I'll be like, oh god, I hate this.
You know how many times I've seen Freddie throw up? Like I'm like, yo, dude.
Yeah.
It was the learning curve for you, bro. You just started drinking. You didn't know what to do.
Yeah, that happens. Everyone goes through it.
After I stuck to beer, that all of that went away.
Yeah.
I remember one time we went to the beach and went to Checkers afterwards.
Oh.
And like I drove back to your house, and you just we're waiting for parking, and Freddie just opens the door, just fucking starts. Like, yo.
Yo, the whole ride over, I felt like so fucking sick. I was like leaning my head on like the back of the seat and shit. And as soon as I threw up, I was like, so good.
Oh, that shit was so random and hilarious, bro. I was like, damn, Freddie's lit right now.
I remember that was after a breakup too, so you know.
Okay.
So I had to do that to just like get over shit. At the time, that was the most important thing to me.
That was my everything at the moment.
I thought I was gonna get married. Shit.
Let's bring it back to Peacemaker for a minute.
Oh yeah, Peacemaker. Oh shit, yeah, right.
Yeah, forget about Peacemaker.
Yeah.
So, what would you like to see like in season 2?
I would like to see more of Amanda Waller's daughter. She was great.
Oh. Yeah, she was a good character.
She was good. Like their relationship was cool.
Yeah. Like
she actually annoyed me.
Really? I can see why she annoyed you, but she grew on me.
It was just kind of like, at the end, because spoiler alert, like, you know what I mean, like she's like she survives or whatever, like it's then she becomes like she's like, I'm not, this is not for me, and then she at the end she like kind of fucking evolves, Yeah. And but it's like at the beginning it was a lot of like her crying like, yo, this is not for me, and it was like, yo, why are you doing this,
Yeah, at the beginning I was like, you're not fucking professionally trained and
yeah, exactly.
combat.
I was like, this girl's just so annoying, you know what I mean? Like, at the end it was like, okay, whatever, she's part of the team, and it's not like that serious, like, oh, she's annoying, I hate her. It's like just more like,
can't fight like that, she can't do it.
Like her freaking going head first into the alien, like that shit.
I love that.
Like, yeah, it was like, okay, like she's a trooper, yo. Like she but it was like only at the end.
She
but throughout the show I was like, no, she got it. She killed the thing.
Yeah, she killed it. I was like,
she missed the girl, that she missed the detective lady.
Okay.
Yeah. But like but she got the big queen bee or whatever. Slug, whatever that thing was.
I want to see if there's gonna be like any repercussions for her like for exposing like the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd like to see a follow up on that.
Like, would Amanda Waller really try to kill her daughter?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Or there's probably people in Argus that wants to take her out because she exposed them and shit.
Oh, like, yeah.
Probably send somebody to go after her, like some other random ass DC character.
Argus, the word arrow never shut up about.
Yes. Yeah, that's so fucked up that Warner Brothers, when they were coming out the Suicide Squad movie, that they made Arrow kill off the Suicide Squad on the show. They killed off fucking Amanda Waller of the show.
Oh wow.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I forgot about
yeah.
that.
Amanda Waller was like a young,
Wow.
like hot black girl. Like she was like, but she was like the badass. But it was like this. They just got a supermodel to be Amanda
Mm-hmm.
Waller, and they just killed her off.
That's
Like
what the
when
audience
like they,
wants.
and they just killed her off when the movie was coming out. I was like, damn, bro. But
Yeah.
now it's like,
They really wanted to tell us this is not the same universe.
yeah. They didn't acknowledge that till like fucking Ezra Miller came as the Flash on the
Oh,
Flash show.
yeah. Don't expect to see Jared Leto Joker in this universe.
Oh my god! Imagine Jared Leto Joker in the CW.
Ugh. Not even. That Joker's not good enough quality for a CW Joker.
Yeah, he'll
That's
probably
like
end up
FX
like
Joker.
he'll probably end up singing one of his 30 Seconds to Mars songs on the CW. They'll be like, for some reason, there's like a club scene with the Joker performing like open mic or some shit.
With his grill still on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be singing as the Joker.
Oh shit! I can see why Jared Leto's our arch enemy.
Yeah, I can see why he wants to destroy us.
Like, so would you want to see like a random character going after like Amanda Waller's daughter, or would it be better like they use like an established
A
like
random
someone?
B tier DC character.
It would be a random person, but like the I guess the go-to person is Deathstroke.
Yeah, I was about to say the same
That'd
thing.
be
Like, would you?
cool if they had Deathstroke.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Like Peacemaker versus Deathstroke.
But I think like a random funny as like Kite Man would be fucking hilarious.
No, didn't he say that he like killed?
Yeah, Peacemaker caught him. Like,
Oh, he
Yeah.
caught him. Oh yeah, that's right. He fought him.
he put like he got arrested.
He didn't kill him. He didn't kill
Yeah.
Kite
So
Man.
like Peacemaker probably stopped him somehow, but he ended up killing him because probably the cops came and interrupted him.
How about they hire somebody to kill Amanda Waller, but they don't have enough funds, and they have to hire Condiment Man.
Yeah, that'd be some random ass shit.
I'm gonna cover her in mustard.
But I think I would like to see Deathstroke because I would just fucking have the Snyder Cult people just like have their like heads explode
Yeah.
because
Get
they
them
wanted
angry.
Deathstroke as the Batman villain versus Ben Affleck in Affleck's movie. It was supposed to be Batman versus Deathstroke. So I could imagine if you see like Deathstroke like appearing in fucking Peacemaker, how these guys would be like, DC is ruining Warner Brothers is the worst.
No.
They did this on purpose. It just had like the same dude who played Deathstroke in
Joe Magdalena.
Yeah, that guy. Just have him come back, and they'll just be like, "Oh my god, look how they're using him. They're fucking up. They should have made the Affleck movie with him, even though like Deathstroke's technically not a Batman.
No.
Villain. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's more like a Robin / Teen Titans villain.
Yeah, he can't. He first appeared in the Teen Titans.
Mm-hmm.
And you
also
just,
known
like,
as Slade. Just Slade. Because they can't say Deathstroke in Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do a pee-pee, by the way. BRB. I can still talk to you guys.
But yeah, like
carry on.
First of all, Deathstroke versus Peacemaker. Like thinking about it now, like I definitely would like to see that.
Yeah, it'd be dope.
And for just to see these people's reactions to that shit. I'll just
be
like it'll be like the cherry on top.
Yeah,
and
fight them.
And then Peacemaker like shoots him, kills him at the end.
Oh my god!
He kills kills the Snyderverse in a sense.
Yeah. Too extreme there, Ernie.
No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We got British Mira show up.
Who?
British Mira.
Who's that?
Oh, that's right. We got in the Snyder Cut when she has a British accent at the end. And Amberheard?
Oh,
Yeah,
Amberheard.
Mira.
Mirror.
Oh,
British Mirror.
we're gonna get revenge for the Justice League that was killed in this alternate reality, Ain't it?
Yeah, they try to make her sound more regal, so that's why they just gave her a British accent for no reason.
Yeah.
You know what's stupid about that? Because I think that I don't know if that was scenes that were cut. Yeah, probably were. Because it makes no sense if she filmed like the Aquaman movie, she doesn't have an accent. For her to do reshoots, then to just to tack on a fucking British accent for no reason. But yeah, that was just. That was like so stupid to include too, because I'm like, yo, you were doing reshoots anyway, so why you just didn't reshoot her using the voice that she used in Aquaman?
Yeah.
Like, why you doing that shit?
They could have easily just have her come in. Like, I'm sure she's not busy.
Yeah. You can't be turning down the job she's offered, bro. Not at this moment.
She's too busy shitting on beds and throwing things at people.
Yeah.
Breaking the bed shitter.
I mean, Aquaman did appear on Peacemaker, so she's a possibility. You never know.
Yeah, that's true. In season 2 of Peacemaker, he like first scene he wakes up and he finds like a log of shit in his bed. And he's like, can't believe I slept with Mira.
That's like her thing, her signature.
Yeah.
Poop on the bed. Like,
ugh. He doesn't find toilet paper, so like she doesn't wipe. She just poops and runs off.
Or maybe they just clean poops.
Ugh. She wipes with the bed sheets.
He does have the ability to control water, so she probably has like a little.
Oh yeah, she could make like her own bidet on the spot.
Yeah.
With the toilet, like just
have like a water bottle. Just use that. Like.
She does it like while she's on bed, so all the water just gets splashed on the bed sheets underneath the blanket. So when he wakes up, he just finds a lot of like shit and water on his bed, and just like not water, like shitty water. So the water's like brownish yellow.
It's like puddles of mud.
Ugh, shouldn't have taken her to that Korean restaurant, Korean barbecue.
It was a bad idea.
We shouldn't have ordered White Castle last night. Ugh.
Got that mud, but
the White Castle shits.
Yeah. Those are guaranteed within the first 30 to 45 minutes after you eat. Like, oh shit. That's why you never should eat White Castle if you're not home.
Yeah.
You gotta be at home to eat White Castle.
That's the type of shit where you have to clean up your toilet afterwards.
Yes. It'd be looking like a fucking crime scene in that toilet, bro.
You're like, damn, how did this shit get like outside and on the floor?
Oh man.
How did it get on the ceiling?
I was on my back.
How's it on my clothes, even though they're on the door over there? They like to get naked when I poop and pee.
Yeah, it's crazy how she's gonna be known for shitting on people's beds.
Yeah.
Like,
Amber bedshitter heard.
You just see her in the street like, bedshitter. Bedshitter.
That's the bedshitter.
Shame. Shame.
She has to have an assigned bedshitter shamer behind her the whole time, ringing a bell. Bedshitter. She's shitting her bed.
Bedshitter on her way.
I'll still smash though.
You just gotta make sure she showered beforehand.
Yeah. That's not gonna help Elmer. You know that.
not gonna get all of it.
Oh, just line my bed sheets with plastic beforehand, and
Now I can't see Amber Heard and anything now without in my head. Oh, man.
huh.
Yo, there was like they did some fan work because you know how like those when the aliens take over your body, they're like, oh, you have to learn how to smile again. So when they
Yeah.
had like the smile, and you know the sheriff that was working for Argus,
Yeah.
he did like he probably did like the weirdest smile, and somebody online made him like the Joker with that smile he had on the show, and I was like, yo, that shit looks awesome. I was like, damn, this is awesome as the Joker, because I was like, yo, that when they were doing that shit, I was like, oh, these motherfuckers have some creepy ass smiles right now, and it's just like.
Yeah.
It's like lined with blood and shit. Like the lips are like lined with blood because you know these parasites are just fucking drilling into your fucking brain.
Yeah, and by the way, speaking of like how the parasites like take over you, fuck that, man.
Yeah, that was like mad intense. So
Yo,
like, yeah.
if I'm in that situation, just run around like this.
But they like apparently they were like they were able to still get inside people's mouths because there were people coming in their mouths.
Oh yeah.
And your ear, your nose, your asshole, your dick hole, any orifice.
They're in that
bro.
You're your dick hole.
Yes.
All right, just go in my mouth and that.
Your pee hole. Yeah.
But it looks super fucking violent when they take over because they're like bleeding and like convulsing and shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
So bad for the cops because I bet the cops weren't too bad.
Yeah, all the cops.
Yeah, I actually like those partners, the two main cops.
They were good characters, but it shows just
yeah, they show like what the
you never know what to expect with this show, which is like one of the things I loved about it.
Yeah. DC's making moves, man.
Yeah, it really took a lot of like twists and turns and shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you think like him seeing his dad now is gonna be like a permanent thing? Like he's
yeah,
no dad around him.
That'd be cool.
It's like Dexter. Like his you know what I mean? Because he's fighting his like inner his like bad person. You know, it's not like Dexter in this sense, but it's like Dexter in the sense that he sees his father and like you know his imagination. But like he's like his inner exactly. Like he's trying to like get away from that.
And I've heard of White Dragon before, but I never thought about like why he's called White Dragon until the show. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. He was a white supremacist too in the comics. So
yeah.
They kept the faithful in that aspect.
But he's not Peacemaker's dad in the comics.
No.
But like, I think they probably I'm not too sure because you know they're giving a Peacemaker push now in the comics. He was like in the new Suicide Squad comic book series that came.
He's like the leader now, right?
Yeah, something like that. So he's getting like his push, like this random ass character from Charleston Comics. That fun fact that was supposed to be Alan Moore's version of the comedian. He wanted to use Peacemaker, but DC said no, so he had to create like the same characters but different names and looks and shit like that. So the Peacemaker became the comedian.
Yeah, Rorschach is the question.
Yeah. Dr. Manhattan is Captain Atom.
Yes.
Yeah, so stuff like that. I forgot.
Blue Beetle. A Night Owl is Blue Beetle. I'm assuming.
Yeah, Blue Beetle.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And then the girl, I forgot her name.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of it too. I can't remember.
She's basically Spectre.
That would have been a crazy version of Watchmen of Alan Moore.
That would have been dope.
Like that would have been a dope version.
Yeah.
They go in a completely different way now with Peacemaker. I think, like, you know, with the thing with his dad, I think that's gonna be like the next season's issue that he has to get over. Because like the first season was like pretty much about him and Rick Flag, how he killed Rick Flag and stuff like that, and how like he's been doing things the wrong way. maybe this was like the second season about it will be about him like closing the chapter about like with his dad and shit.
Vigilante's gonna be like, you just shot your dad in the head. Like, relax.
He was racist. It's all right.
Yeah, he was a bad person. You killed him. That's fine. Why are you feeling guilty about that?
He was into bald chicks. They're not.
Yeah, when I saw that, I thought it was a dude, and I was like, "How's he a white supremacist and he's gay?" It didn't make sense.
Oh, that's
and then
very
like,
common.
yeah, no, but like, but like openly, I didn't know it was a girl.
Oh, good.
Or a woman or whatever. I thought it was like a skinhead guy. No offense.
I love your ideals so much. I don't suck your dick.
Ernie doesn't like bald chicks.
No, it was just it's just that one scene. I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? This thing.
Yeah, I don't like bald chicks, Ernie.
Yeah, like you weren't expecting a bald chick.
Yeah.
Like, I was really expecting like a blonde, probably, since he's like an Aryan.
Yeah.
Maybe she was blonde.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Before she shit it all off.
I just want to be bald.
Yeah.
Maybe her pubes were blonde. That's how you know. That's how you know.
I don't know, man. I think the carpet matches the drapes.
Yeah, maybe she wants to be consistent.
Yeah. She wants to be all smooth.
She wants people to believe she's bald.
Yeah.
Look at my pubes. Nothing there. I'm really bald. I'm real bald.
There's gonna be no friction there, buddy.
Yeah.
All smooth sailing.
Slide me through a tube. Attack of the Clones.
She's ready for that swim meet. Well, Peacemaker, I think that we said enough about that. Great show. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do for season 2. Like, where they're gonna take it to the next level. Maybe we'll get more surprise DC cameos. Maybe we finally get that Cyborg cameo that people are clamoring for. People lost their shit because they didn't include Batfleck and Cyborg in that shot of the Justice League.
We have a new Batman.
Like, you should be happy that they're still using like the Henry Cavill version of Superman. Like, I was surprised that Superman was there. You know?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Like, for me, like, it felt like Batman had a better chance of appearing than Superman, but nope, they did the opposite.
Yeah. Which
is pretty interesting. So yeah, the Batfleck's time is coming to a close, especially after this Flash movie. Michael Keaton's gonna be like the one
true Batman.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he could just pass the torch to the Batgirl when the movie comes out. But we might get a Nightwing, Dick Grayson movie, which I'll probably look forward to seeing. Yeah,
I would like a Batmite movie.
I wouldn't mind if it were, because people don't want to have some sort of Batman. I wouldn't mind like them doing like the Dick Grayson Batman stuff they did in the comics, like when he had like Damien as his Robin. It was like him and Damien. He was Batman, Damien was Robin.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. That'll be a new take on Batman.
I think that might be my favorite like Batman incarnation, where Dick Grayson was Batman, because it was the opposite of Batman and Robin, where Robin was like the brooding badass, and Batman was like the happy-go-lucky Robin guy.
Yeah. Yeah, like the change of dynamic was very refreshing. Like,
yeah.
Right. And now, like, you still have your Bruce Wayne with the Robert Pattinson shit. There's still gonna be people still bitching about Affleck anyway, so you're never gonna please those people.
Not even Affleck wants to be Batman.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He's like, Jesus Christ, just leave me alone already. Fucking leave me alone.
I want to go back to Daredevil. I'm gonna call Marvel and ask them about that. See what the deal is.
Well, he was talking very highly about Marvel the other day in an interview. So I'm like, yo, Marvel needs to just do some like fucking boss shit and just start taking these actors that fucking DC's like not showing any love to, and just use them in their movies.
Yo, make Ben Affleck D-Man.
Uh,
What? Who's the
that'll be bad disrespectful, man.
I'm going to get a picture of D-Man so Ernie can see.
Nah. Oh my god. Nah, he has to be like, for him to do some Marvel shit, he'll have to be like a top tier character. And D-Man is not top tier.
I'm gonna share my screen right now so Ernie can see who D-Man is.
What if he plays a villain?
Like,
what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a mix between Daredevil and Wolverine.
Yeah, exactly.
No, pretty much because like he's like
His costume
homeless,
is.
I think. So he just gets like the scraps that he finds of like other characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't even have powers.
Yeah. I don't think Affleck's kid's gonna be appreciative of that. Like, who is this kid? Like,
To be in a Marvel movie, I would take that shit.
I'm pretty sure Marvel has like better characters for fucking Ben Affleck.
Maybe the Beyonder from Secret Wars 2.
Or like Ernie said, maybe a villain. Maybe Norman Osborn.
That'd be cool. That'd be like a cool, like serious role for him.
But if he becomes Green Goblin, like, would he? You know what I mean? Would he be a good Green Goblin?
I think if they were to do like the whole Green Goblin thing again, I think they'll do something like what the Ultimate Comics Spider-Man did. Like the Green Goblin is just a monster when he takes like the serum he takes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We just like the hulking monster.
Yeah, like, he'll just become like a Green Goblin, huge Hulk type of thing that he could transform into anytime he wants. Because I could see the MCU wanting to try something different because they just had like the Green Goblin and all this other shit. So they probably just want him like throw like something at us like we weren't expecting and shit.
Before it was announced in Thor Love and Thunder that Christian Bale is going to play Gore the God Butcher, I thought that he would have been an amazing Norman Osborn.
Oh, yeah, he wouldn't fit as a Norman Osborn.
Give like American Psycho vibes for Norman Osborn.
Yeah, that'd be nuts.
Holy fuck, man.
At the same time, Marvel's probably gonna stay away from Norman Osborn because they're probably gonna try to, you know, show more like Spider-Man villains that we haven't really seen on screen.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe is like, that's it. Like he's the perfect Norman Osborn.
Yeah, especially after Far No Way Home. I forget about it.
He killed it.
Yeah, he killed it for that shit. But yeah, even the Batman stuff, man. Like the movie just came out, right? And it's just like, of course, you gotta have like the discussion, everybody arguing like, who's the better Batman, what was the better Batman film and shit like that. And I think we were talking about this earlier. Is like I hate when I see like all the Bruce Waynes that played Batman, and you see fucking George Clooney on there.
Yeah.
Like not even like Val Kilmer was a way superior fucking Batman than fucking George Clooney. And I think that's what I was like. How do you go from like Val Kilmer to fucking
George?
Like, he just looks wrong from the get. Like, you know, like with that fucking hairstyle he had, and
he was too George Clooney about it.
Yeah,
way too George.
Like, he was playing himself. I felt like, a playboy billionaire. Like, I'll just be myself.
And since it's the 90s, I'm gonna talk like this and shake my head with everything I say.
You can tell also, like, you know how like the what is it, the helmet, the scowl, what is it called? Cowl, yeah. Like, you know how like it doesn't move, right? So it's like you see him shaking his head, and it's basically like,
his head shakes are the cowl. You can't move the neck at all, but his head shakes are so powerful that he was moving the neck.
Yeah, exactly. He was somehow moving it, and it felt like he was like with his head forward. Like it was, it's ridiculous.
His fucking head bouncing back and forth inside the fucking cowl. Like,
and the cowl just accentuated his head movement. That made it so much worse. Yeah, I am Batman.
That had to be some horrible costume design. Like like how nobody catches that with all those movies they made. Like, why would like you see it? Like even with the Keaton Batman, he's just like they're all just so stiff.
Yeah.
They have to turn the whole fucking body. Their fight moves is just them blocking shit because they can't like do anything else. Yeah. I know kung fu.
It's like the Obi-Wan fight in the first cut of A New Hope, where he's just like waving the lightsaber. Like Batman doing his blocking thing. Hey.
Block, kick.
Man, but when I was a kid, I was like, yo, that's how people fight, man. If you're a good fighter, all you have to do is, hey.
But you feel like as a kid you can block any attack because Batman does it like so easily.
Just wear a Batman costume and do this.
Yeah. These spikes on my gloves that I never explained what they're for.
If a crazy ninja guy in a top hat comes at you flipping, just go, rah, rah, rah.
Yeah. Just move your arms about.
And then if they pull out a gun and shoot you on your bulletproof chest, just like lay on the floor and pretend you're dead. And do that like 5 times in one movie.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
It's like Batman's go-to move.
It's surprising that nobody picked up on that already. Like, yo, come on, it's faking this shit, bro.
Everybody keeps saying they're shooting him.
There's no blood or nothing, so it's like,
Be like, shoot him in the face.
But to be fair, that's also Wolverine's go-to move.
Oh yeah, it's anything. Wolverine, you actually see blood. And
yeah, you actually like really think he's dead. Like, yo,
Yeah.
I shot him in the fucking eye.
Yeah. Outside his head right now. There's no way he's alive after this.
Like I literally put a sword down his throat. I don't have to look back.
There's no way. No way.
Wolverine just gets up.
Well, yeah, the Batman suits came a long way. Like that's what I like about the Robert Pattinson one, because it's like he can move his neck.
Yeah, so far for me, that's the best Batsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the collar. It looks so fucking cool.
Like he looks more mobile.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't even Affleck, he looked like he was restricted. Like,
yeah. Affleck was obviously fat under that Batsuit. I'm gonna say it.
At least his neck.
The scene where he's like, "Oh, I'm definitely bleeding," and he's like trying to get up.
Oh, like at that point he didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
He had like a horrible experience doing a reshoot, so of course it's not gonna be like, because you could tell like what was a Snyder cut and what was like Josh Whedon, because Affleck was pre-cut when like all the the Snyder footage. But then you see the fucking padding around his belly, man. And it's like, oh shit.
In the Martian Manhunter scene, he was fucking a twig.
Yeah. You say, oh, yeah. Like where all the masks went, buddy?
Like the only thing I could give him credit for is the Batman fight scene in Batman v Superman, where he beats up all those guys.
Yeah.
Where he brutalizes those guys.
Yeah. I want to see if the Robert Pattinson, like the way he, like I'm hearing like the fight scenes are pretty dope.
Yeah.
It's very like, it's not like the blocking and then just punching and shit like that. It's more like he uses like the weapons against them. He doesn't kill anybody. He doesn't shoot anybody. So I want to see like how that looks.
You don't like that Batman costume, Ernie?
I don't like the like weird pointy like ears, and I'm not a fan of the weird head.
Yeah, he has kind of a weird mask.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the whole like face kind of showing. Yeah. And I don't like the whole like kind of face showing. Like it kind of has to be like only a certain amount of face.
I think he shows too much face too.
Yeah.
That's what like someone was like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "Bitch, you know that's Bruce Wayne. You just saw this man at a funeral. You know this is Bruce Wayne right now. I mean, fucking barely covers anything mask."
And from what I hear, they downplay the Bruce Wayne being a playboy type shit. He's more of like a recluse in this movie.
Yeah, from what I hear, he's just like very into like he's just focused on being Batman.
Yeah.
Like this is like a year 2 movie, like the year 2 of him being Batman. So he's just like focused on being Batman. He's still making mistakes and shit like that. From what I hear, like by the end of this movie, he's like working on the Bruce Wayne side of it.
Oh, good.
So instead of being like an origin story of Batman, it's like origin story of Bruce Wayne. Like he's being like the hero. I'm like not the hero, like the persona that he needs to be, so people could not know his identity and shit.
And they don't show any scenes of his parents dying.
Yeah, thank God. They left that out.
Everybody already knows. There's kids who haven't been born yet who knows the history of Batman. Yeah,
it's like 2 things. Like you already know Batman and fucking Spider-Man. You already know what you need to know about those characters. Like there's nothing else. We don't have to rehash like a fucking origin story every time the reboot happens. Tired of that.
I wonder how it feels to be a parent and like have your child's favorite superhero be Batman. Like what goes through their head? Like what are their fantasies? It's like of you dying and then they become Batman.
No.
I don't know.
You need that pain to be Batman.
Yeah.
You just don't. You can't just be
when
Batman.
I was a kid, I was like, all right, at some point in my life, Jack Nicholson has to kill my mother.
You gotta take her out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Those are the rules.
Never dance with the devil in the pale moonlight. That's why I avoided alleys every single day of my life. Whenever I'm with my family.
They showed the origin story too for the George Clooney movie.
Oh yeah, of course they did.
Yeah.
Didn't they?
No,
they showed like the funeral though. That's when like when he was running down the hall and he fucking falls down and hurts his knee and Alfred comes.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I was like.
So they did. Yeah, I forgot about that. You're right.
Yeah, they did like. Oh, my parents died.
And it's weird because in that thing they still had like neon lights and shit. And Dutch angles.
Whole bunch of Dutch angles.
Master Bruce.
Yeah, that had to be the worst Batman movie. Because people love to use those movies as an example that Batman was always dark and gritty. But I'm like, yeah, but every time he was rebooted, it has to be dark and gritty. Because people are tired of that. Because like the 89 Batman, right? Before that Batman, everybody knew Batman from like the 60s Adam West show. So the studio, Warner Brothers was like, oh, we can't do like that version of Batman for the big screen because people are not gonna want to go see that shit. So they rebooted it to be dark and gritty. So after like the Joe Schumacher fucking movies, where it's just like mad, which was just like his version of the TV show, pretty much from the 60s. They're like, oh, we got to fucking make Batman dark and gritty again for live action. And now they did that with Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, dark and gritty, Robert Pattinson, dark and gritty. And I'm just like, that's my only hesitation of wanting to watch the Batman. It's just like
another dark and gritty one.
Yeah, like I get it. Gotham is horrible. Everything's horrible. Everything's bad.
It's easy for me because I saw Ben Affleck as a wacky one, so I had like that time to not see a hardcore Batman.
Why you saw Ben Affleck as the wacky one?
Because it's Ben Affleck as Batman. Come on.
I was like, when did Affleck play wacky?
Well, like in the Justice League movie when he was
like you remember that part where he put his hand over Wonder Woman's hand and like the directors and shit made like we're expecting you to think like, oh, maybe love is blossoming, but you're like, no.
Yeah.
That was funny. That was wacky.
Yeah, I don't believe it. I don't believe this at all.
Or the part in Justice League where he looks at the camera, he's like, "I'm rich."
Yeah.
That was pretty wacky.
That was pretty wacky.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah. Or the stinger at the end of the Snyder Cut where the Joker comes out and starts talking about hand jobs and shit.
Get rim jobs.
That's pretty crazy.
I can see that. So I can see that. Let's see, totally play out just in the '60s TV show too. Like just fucking Cesar Romero.
It's like a modern version of the '60s version.
I wanted to give Adam West that rim job.
Yeah.
Or whatever slang they had in the '60s of fucking. I'll give you Abraham Lincoln.
Just paint my mustache with all of it.
And Abraham Lincoln.
Oh man. But yeah, maybe they should chill out with the Batman. There's gonna be a lot of fucking Batman content, bro.
They already have sequels planned.
Yeah, of
Sequels
course.
and 2 TV shows.
Yeah, they're gonna do Arkham Asylum TV show.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be interesting.
An Arkham Asylum TV show of just like Batman countering every single character in that show.
Each week, different character, same outcome.
Every episode, just like a bunch of Arkham inmates just getting fucking wrecked by Batman.
You know what I think? This new whatever is gonna be a trilogy or whatever, is that we're gonna see a lot of villain origin stories. That this is gonna be like their stories, like their movies and shit like that.
That'd be cool.
Like there'll be a focus on them. Because I'm pretty sure Warner Bros. Saw like, oh, people didn't mind Joker having an origin story, so they just do that with like our villains. It's just because like Batman's already established in Gotham, so you're gonna see like a lot of very early versions. Like this is like probably an early version of the Riddler that we get in now. You know what I mean? Like probably if you see him again, it's gonna be a different look. He won't be so like.
And I'm sorry, Ernie, but I'm hearing this is the best Riddler.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, but they're saying it compared to fucking Jim Carrey, which is like a wacky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Well,
the thing.
also compared to the '60s Riddler too. You got to be fair.
Wacky.
He's like another Joker.
Yeah, you're like,
We'll get Batman. Woohoo!
I want to see this guy's riddles if they're like if they're good or not, or just like bullshit.
yeah.
What's black, white, and red all over?
Being here like, oh, come on.
Alfred!
Skunk.
What does that have to do with my father?
This is too hard. I need help. Help me, Commissioner Gordon. It's actually an angry penguin.
Yeah, it's also like, you also that's the thing, like the people are gonna be like, oh, it's dark and gritty. It's more, dark and gritty Riddler. So of course it's the best Riddler. It's type of shit. It's always like it's fan service.
Yeah, it's like if any of his characters, any of his villains were like easy to like make dark and gritty, would be like Riddler. I think would be like, if you wanted to do like what they looks like they do, like make him like a 7 type of villain, like 7 the movie, like that type of character. Like, oh, he kills people and we don't get the riddles and shit like that. Like, and it's like a Saul type of character because it's probably like contraptions he used,
like Zodiac Killer kind of guy.
Yeah,
like that leaves clues and this and that.
Yeah. Or they could have just used the guy from those ads about how to make money, and he wears that suit with the question marks. He already has a suit.
Yeah, he has a suit with question marks. Why not? Just go all out.
And he's already like crazy, and he's really into talking about shit.
I can get you free money. Find out.
Come on, Batman! Subscribe now!
Oh man,
it's crazy.
Yeah, because I'm tired of grounded shit, bro. Like if they make it interesting, I don't mind it. But don't try to give me a reasonable reason why like Mr. Freeze exists. You know what I mean? Just like,
Speaking of Mr. Freeze, that'll be a good one for the next movie.
No, he said he wanted to do Mr. Freeze, but
cool.
But then
he said he wants to do a grounded one.
Yeah, grounded version. Like, how the fuck you do a grounded version of Mr. Freeze?
You can never. Arnold Schwarzenegger's a grounded version of Mr. Freeze.
Unless you do some dumb shit like, he got like a fucking virus or some shit like that, and it's just like, all right, like.
How do you explain a guy who could never get hot?
Yeah, like why just don't do the comic book shit and just have like a freak lab accident happen and just make Freeze? That's it, man. Like we know this is comic books, man. Like I don't get it.
Yeah.
Nobody want to be so realistic about a guy who dresses up as a fucking bat, bro.
Like his name's literally Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
That's enough explanation.
That's his whole thing. Even when they made Freeze like his last name, but they didn't spell it the same way as Freeze. But I'm like, all right, like okay, I don't mind that. Like
EIZ.
Yeah.
And if they bring Mr. Freeze back, there has to be a moment where like maybe Batman punches a hole in his outfit. And he's like, "Oh, hot, 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 hot." He does a Randy Marsh, hot, hot, hot. Oh.
He just turns into Mike Myers for some reason. Oh shit!
He has a donkey with him.
Yeah, like you know, grounded. I understand. Like there's mad ways you can make Batman grounded, but like certain characters, like come on.
Yeah.
Get a Croc. Like how you gonna make that work?
That's not the style anymore. Like grounded superheroes, that's not what's cool anymore. It's the wacky heroes who are cool now.
It's the heroes that have fucking dance off in the movies.
Yeah. Like in the comics, like Thor, for example. In the comics, he's boring, but in the movies, he's funny and wacky.
I think his movies were boring until they made him funny and wacky.
Well, yeah. And the third one, he was wacky, but in the previous two movies, they try to make him more like the comic books, where he's boring.
Just another
for the most
warrior.
part, depending on the writer.
No, I mean, there's good Thor comics out there. That don't make good character.
The one with Gore the God Butcher is really good.
Yeah. That's Jason Aaron.
Yeah.
He did a great job on that. But yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
I think he has like plenty of other shit coming out now that's gonna be different. Like all these like the spin-offs. So I think one spin-off too is gonna be about the Penguin, right? So that's probably
one of the shows is gonna be about the Penguin.
Yeah.
The Penguin show.
So that's probably gonna be his fucking origin story.
I hear Colin Farrell steals the show in this movie.
Oh, yeah, I heard he's really good at like.
Yeah.
That's the thing I hear about. Like everybody's performance in this movie is awesome.
Yeah, I heard all the actors are amazing.
So I'm intrigued to see it on the big screen sometime soon.
I think they're right about Colin Farrell too, because there's like a scene of the Penguin where like Batman like does something and he's like, "Hey yo, hey." So like he's working hard on the Penguin thing. Oh. The Penguin's basically Tony Soprano. Oh.
Yeah, take it easy, yeah, guy. Take it easy.
Whoa, you're just like a bat. Out.
What's wrong with this guy here?
If I were an Italian penguin man and a bat grabbed me by my collar and slammed me on a wall, I would be like, "Oh, whoa, oh, what's this? Come out!
What's the suit?
Yeah. Watch my $300 suit. Oh, I'm gonna save this for my son so he can wear this to prom."
Yeah, I just love like how every actor like from overseas, like the American accents is like some guy from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tom Holland is good.
Yeah, he has like an okay accent.
Yeah, he fooled me. Like before I knew he was European, I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah.
Oh. I had a penguin. Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa. Tom Holland. Hey. Whoa.
This guy. He's a Brit.
He's British?
Yeah, he's British.
Okay. I said European because I wanted to be as general as possible.
Colin Farrell's Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Holland is British.
Mm-hmm.
Colin Farrell does every like quintessential Irish thing. He talks like this, eh?
Yeah.
He says things really fast. Huh?
He always has a beer in his hand or a cigarette. Either or.
And he makes a noise, eh? Huh? Eh? He wants you to confirm you know what he's saying.
Colin Farrell does do that.
What you said?
He does do that. Colin
Yeah.
Farrell, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Colin Farrell.
He's always like a Brooklyn accent for some reason.
He always has like a T-shirt that says "fresh" but spelled with like PH instead of F.
Fresh.
Oh man.
Eh?
Yeah,
Look, eh? It's not how fresh is spelled. Eh?
Yeah. See the bullseye?
Yeah. What was that?
Get it? That's my name.
When he's drunk, he's like, eh? No, look. Eh? 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 Eh?
He starts singing "Oh Danny Boy."
Oh, Daredevil boy! Kingpin is calling.
I don't know. I want to see it. I have my doubts with certain things, but people are liking it, so I'm like,
The
I'm
Batman?
gonna give it a try. Yeah. I just don't like what the Riddler looks like. I just don't like that gimp costume.
Yeah. That's
Like
the
Kim-
thing with me too. Like, like I get why they went with that, but I'm like, there was better ways of doing that.
Yeah. And then and then just another dark and gritty Batman is kind of like, okay. Like it's not that I need something different. It's just more like same thing. If it's just
I heard he goes by like they call him Vengeance for most of the movie. Like he's not Batman. Like he hasn't had like that name yet that the people know who he is. So it's like people are like, "Oh, Vengeance is coming" or whatever, some shit like.
Oh, probably because the way like his ears are shaped. They're like, "Oh, vengeance!" And he's like, "No, I'm a bat."
Maybe,
like a V.
but it seems like he's like they're doing that shit. Like, oh, he's just there to fuck everybody up. Like he's not killing anybody, but he's just hurting them real bad.
Nobody realized he's like there for justice. They just think he's like a guy who dresses up as a bat to beat people up.
Like those you ever seen those real life superheroes?
Yeah.
Like they're like in Seattle or some shit, and he's just like,
what's the name of that one guy, like Phoenix or some shit like that?
Yeah, some shit like that. And it's just like these dudes, like it's just like a neighborhood watch, but they're like dressed up as superheroes.
Yeah, the Phoenix guy had like these fist contraptions where like when he punches people, it'll like press like a button on his fist that like ejects mace.
Oh,
But like he was caught later with like drugs and shit, so he was a criminal at the end.
He lived long to become the villain.
Yeah, yo, they seriously had a Justice League with like other superheroes and shit. But like the rest are like skinny, like nerd guys. Like, yeah, I'm Spike Man.
Yeah,
It's like a nerd with like spike wrist bracelets and shit.
that so they'll get fucked up and they have to go by themselves to patrol a fucking street.
They're just guys dressed as like besides the Phoenix guys, everybody else was like guys dressed like superheroes who would call the police when they see crimes.
And they just they do that too. They just work with the police.
Yeah.
Like, these like vigilantes don't fucking work with the police. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, the fuck is this?
They just made it harder because they're wearing masks while explaining a crime. It's like, yes, I saw the guy over there that he brought the.
Yo, imagine the cops like just rolling up and then like just there, like the guy in the costume and like, oh god.
The cops are like work that neighborhood. They're like, oh my god, this fucking guy again.
Fucking guy.
He's never reported a serious crime. I saw 2 Puerto Rican kids over there.
Can't even take action on their own because there's a good chance they get fucked up.
Cops are like, that's you're wearing a gimp mask, right? That's for sex.
Speaking of gimp mask, Ernie B got some news about the Power Rangers.
They're finally making the Power Ranger porn I was waiting for.
Yes.
I'll be sure there's
Yes. Can't wait for the Zordon sex scene.
Oh, get freaky in his reboot of Power
He bangs
Rangers.
Alpha 5. Alpha, it's time to get down and dirty.
So it's basically been reported that it's gonna be exclusively on Netflix now. Like the like kid superhero shows that like they'll show on like Fox or whatever. Like it's done after this season. There's a season called Dino Fury, season 2. I guess Super Dino Fury, which is like the latest season. And once that's done, they're gonna just rehash everything. It's like no more like footage from Japan or nothing. It's like a whole new team.
Oh wow.
Whole new reboot, yeah. And like the new script is done. So like they like rewrote there was a script that was leaked. And like they rewrote it, I guess. And the writer is what's his name again? Brian Edward Hill. The guy who writes for Titans. Yeah, so it's gonna be like a mature Power Rangers. Which I don't think is gonna be, you know what I mean? Like, because you think to yourself, mature, like it could be
Mature Power Rangers.
yeah, like sex, whatever. But like I hope it's more like just more serious, not like fucking blood and guts and like sex and cursing. Like I don't think I need that in my Power Rangers. Like I just it could be mature in the sense that it's like it's not like wacky and it's not campy or whatever. It could be like some serious shit like the way it is in the comics or something.
No Bulk and Skull.
Yeah.
No, no, yeah. That's another thing. I don't even think there's like is Jason, Kimberly, like not even. I don't think it's them.
Rumors they're going like with new characters.
A whole new thing, yeah. The whole new Zords or whatever.
It's still gonna be like they're still gonna be Mighty Morphin though.
So no
like,
Tommy?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. The rumor is that it's gonna be a 3-person group at the beginning, I guess.
Like VR Troopers?
Yeah. Like VR Troopers.
And like like the main character, the Red Ranger, is gonna be a girl. Stuff like that. These are all rumors though. These like we don't know.
Okay.
Everybody knows Red Boy.
Yeah, exactly. But it's stuff like that. Like it's it's that. It's they already casted one actor or actress. I'm not sure who it is though yet. But they already said that they casted someone, and it's someone unknown.
Oh.
So yeah, so it's
Goldar.
like that's why there's no like big news about it, because nobody knows who that person is. And it's all coming out next year, 2023.
Oh, okay.
A show and a movie. So I'm assuming the show is gonna lead to a movie. I don't think it's but it could also be some shit where it's like the movie is like Jason, Kimberly, Billy, Zach, but like
It'll be his own thing.
Yeah, like it could be that the movie it's its own thing with besides the show. The show would be something different. It could be that.
Yeah.
And then they said also that they're not gonna do, because of the whole like it's a whole reboot. It's not like multiverse type shit. It's not like the Mighty Morphin it's teaming up with the Zeos and the like Turbos and the Time Force shit like that. It's not like all these multiverses of like Rangers kind of coming into one, which is what I thought was gonna happen. Which is what
Multiverse Rangers would be fucking cool.
which I was hoping for. Yeah, but like they just want to redo the whole shit. So it is what.
So it's gonna be Zordon.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know. You don't
Yeah,
know.
it might not
Maybe
be.
new Zordon. Maybe he'll be a goldfish.
Maybe they skip ahead after Rita and just go straight to Zed.
Oh,
Yeah,
that would be a
maybe.
sin. Because
I think that what they want to do is like kind of like I think they want to just do their own thing instead for because they're relying on Japan footage,
yeah.
So they want to do their own thing where it's like let's fucking not have to pay Japan anything kind of shit,
But Lordzedd was not Japan footage at all.
Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah, sure. Forgot about that.
Interesting.
He was just too scary for American kids.
Mm.
So it'll be live action, right?
Mm-hmm. Live action.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty much all the news that is up now because there was a script that was leaked, and that's where I think where people got the idea where it's like it was 3 Rangers and the one the main one is a female. So it's like but then it's like now they said there's a new script and it's done. So it seems like they're gonna start casting soon and shooting footage by the end of the year. So it can be out by next year.
That's the thing, though. They have to be careful if they want to switch shit up. Like the Red Ranger being a woman, that's whatever. I don't care about that. But like just having like 3 Power Rangers.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, like if it's gonna feel like I don't think the fans are gonna like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think, but what makes it kind of what intrigues me and is very little is the idea that it's a new thing, like because I watch Power Rangers and I'm like they don't really like because in the Super Sentai version there's a reason why they use dinosaurs as Zords and stuff like that because it was like they were like descendants of those dinosaurs or some shit like that. Right?
They were like frozen in time or some shit like that, and they woke up in a cave or some shit. And
it's all like magic and like wizardry and witchcraft and shit like that. But like in Power Rangers, like aliens and like alien magic and like so it's
Ritarepulsa was in a jar in the moon.
Yeah, and it's like why dinosaurs? Like why is that? You know what I mean? Like they don't really explain certain things. So it's like they try to fix that in the movie. Remember the movie, the 2017 movie, which is like I like this version where it was like there was like some crazy fucking war and like Zordon's last like resort was just like bury the fucking coins deep in in like something and then fucking 10,000 years later or whatever, that's when they find the coins. So that's pretty you mean like there's certain things that they try to explain in the new movie that like that they couldn't or didn't explain in the show. So like there's certain things that it's like this doesn't make sense in the show. So hence like if they come up with like their own new story, they can make it make sense. So it's like if they like they can still keep the basics where it's like it's a witch. It's like there's a not even a witch. It's just a bad guy that comes in, alien invasion type of shit. Freaking then these people are called up for these 3 or 5 kids, teenagers were called up to be the fucking
like why kids.
That's another thing. Yeah, why teenagers? Like why?
What I like adults who are like stronger and know better.
Yeah.
Child soldiers, man.
Why not me? Make me the Green Ranger Zordon.
So Zordon was like a Red Ranger, right, in that movie?
In the movie, yeah. In the like
Rita was a Green Ranger.
Yeah. In the show, they kind of implied, watching it earlier today, they kind of implied that like Rita was the Green Ranger in a sense because Zordon goes when she gives the green power to Tommy, Zordon goes, "Oh, she finally used that power coin." She put it to someone. She gave it to someone for good use. So it's like, oh, wait a minute. So she always had this power core, and she was waiting for it, you know. So
they never explained how she got it.
no, she just had it or whatever, and like she gave the power to Tommy, and like, and with that in mind, with Tommy being the Green Ranger, he had access to, and he had access to like the morphine grid or whatever, or to the command center. That's like, I mean, like, destroyed everything. Got in there super quick, destroyed everything. He was a ranger.
Yeah. That was a fucking stressful time for me when I was a kid, man. That was like around the same year where Wolverine got his adamantium taken out in the comic books. So my life was fucking in a downward spiral at that time.
Red Diablo was going through some shit at that time.
Yeah, man. To see where
This is
Tommy like gets into the Megazord and like beats the shit out of every Power Ranger and kicks them out of the Megazord.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like what,
Bro.
96, 97?
Then like 94?
Like 94, 95?
93, 94?
Yeah.
Because the show came out in 93. No, thinking about it now, it's the first season he comes out. So 93.
93? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yo, imagine being a Power Ranger inside your Megazord, like fighting, and suddenly the Green Ranger comes in at the door behind you, and while you're controlling, and you're like, "Oh shit!" you gotta keep controlling, or else like you'll crash or something.
What makes it crazier, he punches the shit out of Trini. Like,
In all fairness, in the original footage, that's a man.
yeah, that's boy.
Yeah, in Japan, Trini's the boy.
Name boy.
The first clue was like, she doesn't wear a skirt, like the pink.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
true.
And she has a bulge.
The Yellow Ranger bulge, that's what they called it.
Like, check out the bulge on Trini.
When I was a kid, though, I wasn't attracted to Trini, but like now, I'm like, yo, she's hot.
Yeah.
I'll smash.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't smash her now because she's dead and she's like bones. But at the time, before she's dead, like, yo, she's super hot.
Oh, man.
R.I.P. She had a car accident.
Yeah.
So what do you think they need to do to make this shit like a hit? Because it's like they already tried countless times. I mean, the shows are still doing well. I'm assuming, right?
The last movie was good.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
People just didn't go out and see it.
I don't know what they need to do. Like Power Rangers, I feel like it's just like a one-time thing. You can't get like that fever back.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Like most of the people like whose audience was it when it was on fire is like our age now. So
yeah.
I think
a more mature Ranger movie on Netflix will probably be like what they're looking for. But it's not too crazy.
Like you've had to have to be a certain age and at a certain time to watch it. Because like when Power Rangers came out and I was super into it, Elmer, you weren't into it.
Yeah.
Remember, like back then, you're like, "What the fuck? This shit is whack."
I was still and all that shit. I was still
like it wasn't for you. You were at a certain age, and like there were a lot of people too at like your age and or older.
I was like 13 at the time when I came out, so I was like,
yeah, like at 15, I probably wouldn't have been into that shit.
Yeah.
But then I was like 12 or 11 or something.
Yeah, and I was like, the audience they were going for.
Yeah.
It's to get people to buy the toys and shit like that, the merchandise and everything.
I remember when they first showed the Power Rangers episode, like the first one to like get kids into it and shit. They aired it like right after X-Men in like a special primetime thing on a Thursday.
Oh,
I
yeah,
remember I was at your house when they first aired that shit, and like me, Nicole, and Maxine were like super into Power Rangers, like, oh, this is so cool. And when the X-Men episode played, like we weren't into it, we were just talking about Power Rangers the whole time. And the X-Men episode they aired too, it was a crazy one where like it was that one where Lady Deathstrike and the Reavers like attacked Wolverine and kidnapped Jubilee, and they went to like some subway and shit and they fought there. But like at the end of the episode, they showed like the Phoenix coming and they're like, to be continued.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember when that part showed. At the same time, we all were like, "Oh!"
That was a good one. That was a
Yeah,
good episode. Oh shit, it's about to go down.
yeah. We were like, "Oh, yo, Phoenix."
It's
Little
about to
did we
go
know
down.
that was like the first and so far the only time the Phoenix was ever done right outside the comic books.
Yeah.
That is true. All the live action fucking versions of it fucking sucked ass.
None of them has ever done it right.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. Hopefully, these future movies, like, I doubt they're gonna try to do any more Phoenix sagas. Live
Even the
action.
shows after that didn't do it right. Like
Yeah.
the Wolverine and the X-Men didn't do it right. X-Men Evolution didn't do it right.
Well, I think Wolverine and X-Men, I think she was already the Phoenix, but when she had that attack again,
Yeah, like the whole reason all the
they
X-Men were
assumed that
separated and shit like that was
yeah,
because of like a
Phoenix.
Phoenix flip out
But
she
I don't
had.
think that was like the first time she had the power. No, I think
I don't
they
remember.
allude that she was the Phoenix before. Like they allude to the Dark Phoenix saga, and this was like it's happening again. Some shit like
Yeah, but
I
they
don't
never go
yeah,
through with it.
Huh?
They never like go through with it because it was canceled or some shit, right?
Yeah. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Like next season was supposed to be set in the Age of Apocalypse for most of it.
Oh yeah.
You know, Professor X got sent to the future.
Yeah,
But
that
now
army of X-23s.
Yeah. So now the futures are like they changed the past, so the future now is like the Age of Apocalypse. And
Yeah.
the little cliffhanger at the end was like, "Yo, have me mad hype for season 2," but they just canceled it.
That's
And
why
now
Bishop and Cable hate each other because like they're from the same year but from different realities, so they don't know each other. Like, yo, I don't know you for my time. Like, who are you? And they just like keep doing that back and forth, and they can never get anything done.
maybe it'll be part of the new X-Men reboot that's coming out, X-Men 97.
And Cable's like, I'm Cyclops' son.
Yeah.
And Bishop's like, no, Cyclops doesn't have a son.
Cyclops is dead in my future.
And Professor X is like in the middle, like, no, multiple realities. And they both are just not like paying attention to them, just arguing with each other. Because Professor X is in a wheelchair, so they don't see him. He's like, no, multiple realities.
Yes.
Guys.
Well, guys, I think it's a good time to end the podcast before we get away any more good storylines.
Stop fighting, guys, please.
Oh man! Next time, I think someone's gonna be or have watched the Batman, so we're probably gonna give a review on it. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Who knows? So we'll see. But like always, yo, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one, and we're just a couple of assholes with some opinions. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Peace.
Tune in tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Pulling Diesel's stubborn refusal to expire is driving me insane. Don't worry, Master. My rats will come in handy.
We will get them soon enough. I can dance, and I am a very good actor. Very good actor. Yo, I'm just a friend, and I am rapping. Now you know that my name is the rapper. I'm a rapper, and I'm rapping, 'cause I rap every word that I'm talking.
Who the hell are you?
It's not me that you wanna kill, 'cause that's too easy for someone like you, 'cause
Talk or die.
the bullying these guys, there's the challenge. I can help you, but only if you let me rap out my plans and rap my demands. Yeah, I rap every morning and I rap every evening, but
all that rapping made me want to kill somebody. It wasn't bad, just not good.
I am a good actor, but he is a bad rapper.
Everyone, silence! I have invitations to send out, and I can't do this while everyone is talking.